Hey guys, thank you for tuning into this video. My name is Sarah. I go by Hime, a bunch of other monikers. I usually make music in whatever genre that I feel. And today I just want to talk a bit about what I've been up to this year, what I have possibly planned for this year in terms of music and music creation. And yeah, it's a bit of a personal development type of video too, or at least a personal development rant or self-development rant for myself. So yeah, you can totally click off. In fact, I would advise you click off because this is almost like a video for me to kind of like log where I'm currently at mentally and emotionally. uh in terms of location right now, I am in, I guess, a forested area. It's pretty nice. I've been out in nature more for my mental health, and it's been great. I've been doing this for like pretty much a month, basically almost every day, or at least Monday through Friday. I've been doing this because there have been some changes in my life. And yeah, that's it. So, all right, what has been going on for me? Well, in February, I got laid off from a job that I really did love. I only had that job for 11 months. I left it. I left another job for this job because I thought that moving to this position would be more secure. But there was a lot of writing on the wall. Looking back, it's almost like if you look at life as if it's like a movie and you kind of rewind, you go, oh shit, there were a lot of like interesting foreshadows, right? Like certain conversations that were told to me about what happened before I got hired, and then certain things coming in place, and then it just made sense. However, I have to say it had nothing to do with my like how I performed. It was actually a mass layoff, and it was everything was made very strategically in terms of the decisions. I was only there 11 months, and I'm pretty young and in my early 30s. So it only made sense that they'd lay me off, as well as like there was somebody else on my team too that was laid off. So it was nothing personal. I did take it personally after a certain point because I was like at my low. Part of that being at my lowest was the fact that um, I've been comparing myself incessantly with people in close proximity to me, as well as some of my older like friends, even though I don't really talk to them anymore, because everybody seems to just be doing really well. Like I know people that are like some people in close proximity to me, like making like six figures at least, or at least making close to six figures, you know, and then other people making six figures, you know, um, and I'm not making that, right? Um, and well, you don't know. I just say that as it's a filler word. Taught in Toastmasters not to do that, but here I am. I'm doing it. Oh well. So yeah, I did a lot of comparing where I'm at and to everybody else. Started seeing that thinking that I was just completely lacking in every way, shape, and form. I stopped taking music seriously and stopped having a lot of fun with it because I thought that if it's not making me any money, there's no point in doing that. Started working more on trying to figure out ways to just make more money so that I can perhaps like feel better about myself and feel better about where I'm at. Um, Try to improve myself in other ways too, in order to kind of be like, okay, well, if I don't make that type of money, maybe I can at least be good in this other field. Maybe I can, like I was honestly just competing with the idea that I have of other people because it's like they seem like they're just happier, they're just doing so much better, like the relationships seem to just be doing so much better. And I mean, my relationship's great, but I also cause a lot of problems because mentally I was like comparing what like we were doing in comparison to other people might be doing, or how it's perceived, because I was very external and I was just self-loathing. um so, and then I gave up on I was giving up on music a lot. I was just doing it here and there. I was kind of enjoying it, but not as much as when I had just started. right? Because again, I was starting to compare and be like, well, I guess I'm crap at all of this because, I'm not getting like some types of traction, but then also understanding that I'm not the type of person that was looking for that. So it was a lot of like just mixed shit, right? So like I was mixing up like the fact that I don't do social media a lot, right? I'm not consistently on here. Why would I expect to have like X amount of followers or whatever, right? So that was happening. Um, and yeah, the layoff um, fucked me up mentally and emotionally, um, and how I felt about myself. And then right after that, some other crap happened, and I was just starting to feel like the world was just really against me. And then I dropped my hard drive. I dropped my hard drive full of music from the last like over 5 years. Like all of the stuff, all the data, all of the studio work. I dropped that, lost it within weeks of the layoff. So that put me through a loop. Other stuff started happening, like things were just like almost like failing and crumbling. It was almost like um, it felt like the universe was like almost like throwing me this concept of either planned obsolescence, like the things that I took value in to some degree or thought would get me to the next level. It was just crumbling. It was like, nope, it's not going to work. It's obsolete. That's one way that I saw it. And the other way is as if I was almost like an icon. Not that I'm an egoist and not that I'm like that self absorbed. Well, maybe I am actually with how negative I've been beforehand. Yeah, I'm self-absorbed, I guess, but oh, it was kind of iconoclastic, right? Where I like iconoclasm, I guess. Oh, I can't even say it. Iconoclastism. Ugh. It's the idea of the breaking of idols, and basically, I was idolizing and putting my self worth. My self worth was based out of having a job, having a specific job, making a certain amount of money, um, having certain things, appearing in certain ways, appearing to other people perhaps in certain ways so that I don't feel bad about myself, thinking that like the music as well was a big part of who I was too. And it's like all of that stuff was just breaking. A lot of my ideas about myself were just, or about what I should be going towards, was also just crumbling. So it's the breaking of those views of myself, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna try to keep it short. Whole point is, yeah, stop like working on music a lot. I couldn't stand the idea of doing music, especially when I was not in a good place mentally. Right? It was no longer helping. I know some people use music as therapy, and for me, it was almost like, why would I use music as therapy if I'm not even like in a job and I don't know what I'm gonna do? So yeah, anyway, some other crap happened. I'm now back in my parents' town to help them out with stuff. While I've been here, I've been going to the library, doing a lot of reading on a lot of different topics, just to see may, what I may like um, to possibly do in future. But I've also just kind of given up the idea of planning because what I found was that I've been trying to make plans on my life and that stuff wasn't happening. Everything kind of just like was taken away, taken away, taken away, and I've had to make decisions um, that are more like that I think are more sound, right? So I was planning on going on vacation, get laid off. I'm not going on vacation anymore, right? And I've seen other people around me like just going on constant vacations or like a couple of vacations in even the beginning of this year, and I'm just like, damn, like that's what I wanted to do because I almost like never, I don't travel, right? So I guess it's just now I have to say it's not my time to be doing that traveling. Maybe I will in future, maybe I won't. I don't know. And I have to stop feeling bad about myself because of these types of things. Ooh, it's getting sunny now. Yay. So, yeah, what else is there? yeah, in terms of what I'm going to be doing with music, I have no plans. I'm no longer planning shish out. I don't have plans on being consistent on social media because I never have been. That's not where I've been with it. So not going to do that. I'm not planning on doing a monthly release, a weekly release, an album, a single. I don't know. I'm literally like at a point where I was planning on like saving money to possibly, which is ironic because I'm here in Canada in like the GTA. And if you guys look up anything about housing in Canada, it is it is bad, right? So me not making six figures, trying to save money for a down payment on a house right now, right? Especially in this area or in this like close to Toronto, right? So yeah, that's where I'm at. Just I was planning that. That ain't happening right now. The idea of like starting a family can't happen right now. Don't know when that would ever happen now. Um, I'm not part of the childless movement. Personally, I don't mind if other people are. That's totally cool. It's everybody's choice. But when you're in a position where you can't even make that choice, I'm just scratching my ankle here. The mosquitoes got me there. Yeah. Um, but yeah, when you can't even really make that choice comfortably, it sucks. What I've been working on is just getting my shit together. Not even just not financially right now. It's just more like my mental health, because that has deteriorated since 2020. I've been kind of reflecting on a lot of that stuff. This year kind of just broke me more than even 2020 did, because I've been working so hard at trying to do the things that I should do according to the society. I didn't want to just be like the millennial just adulting for fun. I don't even like the term adulting for that reason. It's very infantile to me, right? So, it's just been tough. And I know a lot of people are dealing with this. A lot of other people are dealing with their own shish, right? And maybe my shish isn't as bad as other people's, and I understand, right? I think everybody has a different tolerance to pains or a different tolerance to conflicts or issues. Excuse me. And I'm trying to deal with it for myself right now. Yeah. So I'm not planning anything really. Oh shit, the mosquito. I let it just sit there on my hand. Yeah. Um, whole point is I'm just working on myself, and I'm working on being more positive. Well, not even being more positive, just being accepting of who I am and what I do and what I don't do. And if I want to grow, then I can grow, but I don't have to grow from a place of trying to feel as though I'm worthy to be amongst my peers, because they make more money than me. And I have to figure out ways to either see that I'm a good person or good enough to be around them. You know, it's just a lot of that. That's been my biggest issue, like seeking validation from people who don't give a fuck about me anyway, right? And that's the best part. Nobody actually cares, right? Nobody cares, but I'm still here caring about what these people who don't check for me, think. So yeah, it's just a lot of getting out of that. Oh, the mosquito bit me up here, so now I'm scratching it. Right? Yeah, it's just getting out of that mindset and just being more focused on myself, seeing this as my own movie. Effectively, it's my own story. I really don't know what's to come. I just know that I need to actually take things day by day. Oh, I think it might have bit me there too. Oh well. Yeah, take things day by day, opposed to coming up with big ass plans about what I'm gonna do for my future, what I'm gonna see. The idea of like the question that people ask in interviews of where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Yeah, you asked me that 5 years ago. I wouldn't have said laid off, trying to build myself back up. Hells no. So at this point I don't have any actual plan about where I'm going to be even next year, or where I'll be even next week, right? It's just for the most part taking it day by day and trying to get back to being more present, opposed to um, being external, right? Like thinking about what everybody else might be thinking or not be thinking. And yeah, sorry if this comes off as very not sorry. I'm not sorry. That's another thing. I gotta stop saying sorry. I mean, I know I'm Canadian and all, but sheesh, I say that's way too much. Um, yeah, whole point being, I need to get my shit together. I need to understand where I'm at for myself, and I need to stop looking at everybody else and what they've got versus what I may not have, right? And comparing myself and thinking that I'm less than, and because I'm in a position where I'm not looking, I don't have like the same status markers as them, right? So yeah, it's just about getting back to, literally getting back to me. And yeah, that's it. I'm still getting used to like looking into the camera here instead of like looking at myself. So it's weird. But yeah, that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna go because these mosquitoes are going to eat me. They're gonna eat me alive. Metric, help, I'm alive. Okay, that's not good to say after talking about mental health issues. Okay.